Management needs information for what? For several purposes. One of the purposes of management use of information is basically for what? For decision making. Another purpose for management you need for information is for performance evaluation. Also, management needs information for planning. Management also needs information for control purpose. These are some of the needs of information by managers for what they need it for. Now, we are so bombarded by several information that to pick out relevant information is a problem. Or to pick out what we call good information is a problem. For you to refer to an information as being a good information, you have to look at for certain qualities that are embedded in that information. What are the qualities of a good information? Number one quality of good information is what? Relevance. If I give you an information saying, okay, the pass rate of people in P2 is 70%. How is that information relevant to you? What are you writing P2? Alright, give me the pass rate of F1 is what? Is 800%. How is it if relevant to you? Because you are not even writing it, you pass it. But if I tell that the pass rate of P5 is 90%, then you start looking at you understand a chance of passing. That information must be relevant to the use or to the need of management. Another quality of good information is timely. Imagine me telling you that in various analysis there is planning and operational variance, or me telling you that this is how you do it. These are the various costing methods that are available after you have written your exam in December. What do you need for a day? So your information, apart from being relevant, must also be timely. It must be available as well needed. An organization in which the financial statement for last financial year has not been produced as at August is already almost like a doomed organization. Because why? If management has to rely on the financial statement for decision making, that means from January to August, they will have made any viable decision. Therefore, information must be timely. Another point of information is that information must be accurate. Accuracy of information is an important factor. Don't give information that is false or that actually uncertainty. When there is uncertainty in information, well, for minor decision making, they can create a particular technique for assessing the uncertainty. But when the information is false, there is no technique that you want to use to account for that. Information for decision making, for planning, for evaluation, for control must be accurate. And also, information must be Complete. Don't give half information. The turnover of an organization is 7 billion. That's the end of the truth. In the turnover, really what is important to show that? Or what? Profitability and what? Liquidity. For some organization in some climate, non-governmental organization, I forgot the government NGOs, or non-profit making. Non-profit making organizations are in most climates or in some climates are not expected to produce a full financial statement. But it is part of accountability if an NFP can produce a financial statement. Imagine a non-profit making organization now say that once you produce financial statements and just prepare a pie chart showing this is the total income, percentage for admin, percentage for welfare, percentage for operation, percentage for salary. Does this give all the information with you? No. Apart from the percentages and the pie chart, we need to see actual figures. There are other things you assess for an NFP other than the financials. You assess the effectiveness of the NFP. So how do we know that the purpose why the NFP is being set up is being achieved? Therefore, information given must not be half information, but complete information. Apart from that, information must be understandable. That means the information must be devoid of ambiguity. I remember I was watching a movie, but not, that was on Tuesday. It was an old movie. It was a Sunday night. It was a movie, The Max, by this guy, John Carrey, the guy that did Bruce Almighty. And the guy was actually wanted to go to an event because he had the mask that can transform him. He was asking the psychologist, should I go as myself or should I go as the mask? What the psychologist said, he said, go as yourself and the mask because both of you are one. This is the guy that if he puts on the mask, it's because of an entirely different person. Now, if to look at it, that information is ambiguous. Because somebody is asking you, should I wear pink or should I wear red? And I'm telling him, wear pink and red. So ambiguity should be should be removed from information before it can be considered as a good information. Those are some of the qualities that we look out for in information presented to management. Now, in management or in evaluation, there are various levels of need for information. Information required at the top level by management, by the top level management, is given from information related by lower level management. In as much, the hierarchy of an organization can be divided into three. We have the strategic, we have the tactical, and we have the operational. Now, strategic planning, as you know it, has to do with the top level of management. And the strategic planning can be derived as what? The organization's activity concerning what? Setting what? The objective of the organization and what? Sourcing for what? Resources, and how this and the policy regarding what? The use of these what? Resources. Strategic planning is the activity of the organization concerned with what? Objective what? Setting. That means when you look at the objective for the what? Entire what? Organization. Resource funding and then policies concerning what? Utilization. Objective setting, resource funding or resource sourcing, and then what? Policy regarding resource utilization. This is what strategic planning is what concerned about. Setting what the corporate what objective, not what the departmental objective. Strategic planning is concerned with looking at the organization as what? As one single what? Unit. And when we are talking about strategic planning, most of the time we are looking at long-term what? Issues. They are usually what? Futuristic. When you are talking about strategic planning, you are looking at things that have to do with what? The business and what? The outside world. The business and what? External what? Environment. That is what strategic planning is about. It is though the final objective or the final outcome of strategic planning is will affect what? The internal environment, but more of the fact is that it's concerned about how the internal environment is what is how the outcome of the internal environment affects what? The external what? Environment. That is strategic what? Planning. Tactical planning, or what we call managerial control, is a mid-level section where information required has to do with concerned with resource allocation. It is also concerned with departmental budgets, departmental budgets, and effectiveness. Okay, it has to do with resource allocation and effective, efficient, and what? Effective use of what? Of resources, and then departmental what? Activities. So most of the time we say tactical managerial control, tactical control has to do in activities concerned with allocating resources to where it is needed and making an efficient use of these resources. So which means that once an organization under the strategic planning is able to get the sources of these resources, the tactical plan or tactical control uses how the resources are being distributed and how they are being efficiently and effectively utilized. So in this area, we are not looking at the organization as one body, but we are looking at different components of the organization. You are looking at a department. You are looking at a section of the organization. Now, when we talk about operational, it has to do with activities concerned with carrying out specific tasks on a day-to-day operation. What we are doing here is operational. Because what I'm doing here is focused on F5. But by the time we look at the professional module, the skill module as one body, I will try to look at how can we benefit, how can we do more for the skill module. We're looking at the tactical aspects. But we setting the timetable means that we have to bring in every module. We setting this beginning and we have to bring in every aspect. We do what we have to do. Means that we have to look at our objective is that our students have a high pass rate. At that point, we are not looking at it as from F2 aspect or either from F7 aspect, but we are looking at it as the whole organization. Comparison will be for that. In 3V, how many students are passing their paper compared to other centers? That will show you we are achieving our objective. That will be other word is strategic. So we will say that when activities or when information are required for day-to-day activity, it is operational planning, operational control. At each stage of the hierarchy, or at each stage of different levels in an organization, there are different information requirements. There are different information requirements and different sources of information. Now, let me start with strategic planning. I feel that strategic planning has to do with what? Objective what? Setting, resource funding, and what? Policy regarding what? Resource utilization. What are the information requirements for strategic planning? Information requirements for strategic planning are information concerning what? Market what? Share. Information requirement. For strategic planning, information requirement is what? Information for what? For market what? Share. An organization, we want to look at whether it's what? It is achieving what? Is particular what? In the certain what? Market what? Share. It what? In terms of how many what percentage of the market is it what? Is it controlling? Another information requirement will be information requirement that has to do with what? Product what? Profitability. If an organization has several what? Products. Let's take for example a company like the Access Milk. They have multiple products based on multiple units of the organization. We want to attest whether its products are profitable or its product line is profitable. Another thing you want to look at is what? Information requirement will have to do what? Information that has to do with what? Pricing what? Decision. How does it set prices for the various what? For the various goods and what? And services. Apart from that, external information requirements would include competitors' costs. Because you need to assess what the competitors are doing. Now, what you find out is that the sources of information for this kind of planning or for this level is majorly what? External than what? Internal. Why is this external than internal? Because the internal information in most cases is concerned with what? Financial what? It's what important what? Financial what? Issues. It's not what? Financial than what? Than not what? Financial. You have to ask now. In your organization, if they are looking for information, the first thing they want to look at is what? Is the accountant. What would the accountant do? Give you what? Financial what? Information. Getting information as regard customer base, getting information as regard product volume might not be what? Easily accessible like your financial what? Information. Which means that information in the normal internal environment is what? Very what? Financial, which is not everything you need for what? Strategic planning. You can't get your market share from a what? Financial statement. Where you get your market share from is from doing what? Is by doing what? A research to assess what market are you controlling. You can't get information as regards competitors cost from sitting at the table. You have to what? Go out and what? Look for it. So most of the information requirements concerning what? Concerning the national planning are more external than what? Internal. And what are the sources of information for the strategic planning? Let me just mention some. Information for strategic planning can be derived from research. Information for strategic planning can be derived from what? From research. Information for strategic planning can also be derived from publications of what? Of computers. Information for strategic planning can also be derived from trade publications. What is by trade publication? A publication has like that line of business. Trade union or something like that. Whereby the publication that has to do with I've forgotten his own publication. All it does is what? Report on what? On insurance. That particular kind of publication is a what? Is a trade what? Publication to tell you who are what? Insurance market. What is happening currently in the insurance market? Who is owning the insurance market? All these are part of the what? Sources of what? Information for what? Strategic what? Planning. Now, let's go to tactical what? Planning or tactical what? Control. Now, for tactical or managerial control, the basic need for information at this level is how to get the resources. I mean, the resources will have what? Sorry, the resources will have been obtained at strategic level, but here it will be how to distribute the resources. In some organizations, we find that people are moved from one department to another. In some organizations, you are not even reporting to only one department. You can see a credit controller that is reporting to the sales manager, a credit controller that is reporting to the CFO, a credit controller that is reporting to the GM, to the financial manager of the company. Three of that are at the same time. What that are doing is that person they are effectively utilize the resources they have. But what I'm saying is this: how the resources are allocated is the concern here, and also the concern here is whether you are efficiently and effectively utilizing the resources. What do you mean by efficiency? Use is right. I gotta go. What do you mean by efficiency?
Doing something right the first time.
Right the first time. That's pure. That's accurate management. Okay.
That's the efficiency. The results, the outputs as relates to the inputs, as in.
Okay. The output relates to the inputs.
Yeah.
That is correct. But I need it better. What can I help with that? efficiency has to do with getting the maximum out of the word, out of what you have put into the word, the process. So getting the maximum output out of whatever word input you have gotten into the system, you're going to get further efficiency. That is what efficiency. Effectiveness has to do with measuring that output in relation to your objective. That is why at between each of these levels, there must be what? Synchronization. Because whatever you do here affects what? Here. Whatever you are doing here will affect what? Here. That is why there shouldn't be issue of suboptimality. What do we refer to as optimality? Sorry. What do you refer to as optimality? Suboptimality is a situation where a particular person, department, or unit is achieving its objective at the detriment of other departments or the entire organization. So you are achieving your objective as a department, but that objective of organization is what are doing is affecting the objective of the entire organization. Let's say, for example, if the production manager objective is to produce 70,000 units of a product every day. In order to meet up with that, the guy maybe he might be supposed to use 5 minutes in the process. The guy doesn't use 3 minutes and just pack it up. So I can do 70,000 and more. The guy is producing 70,000 and more, but the products are of low quality. In which case, if the product is being sold to customer, even if customers don't return it, they might not come for repeated sales. In which most customers will return. Maybe not in Nigeria. But what happens? The organization will not be able to meet the target or objective, but the production manager is the target. So at each of these 3 levels, there must be synchronization. Especially at this level, there must be what we call congruence. That is ability to take different objective organization and put them into one. So whatever progress you have achieved here will be what these people will be driving towards. Because there are several objectives facing an organization. The objective might be profitability. The objective might be market share. The objective might be customer satisfaction. So whatever objective you have made here is what will then affect each of these areas. Because that's what we should working towards. Are you with me now? Now, back to tactical planning. I said the information requirement has to do with effectiveness and efficient use of resources, and also resource allocation. Now, some of the work at tactical level are routine based, and they are usually in standard manner. Some of them are routine based, not all. Some of them are routine based, and they are in standard manner. The sources of information for tactical level. So professional requirement has to do with internal purposes, departmental activity, product design and product launching. Yeah. How do you spell launch yourself? L-A-U-C-A-V. Okay. What is that I do on the next level? What is that activity that can get to the identified level? Was the product launching? Marketing campaign. That's okay, so these are some of the things you can need information for. Internal purposes, product launching, performance appraisal, departmental performance appraisal, departmental performance appraisal. We look at that more when we come to professional performance measurements. So, information are used for internal purposes, product launching, marketing campaign, departmental performance appraisal. These are some of the uses of the word information. Okay. Now, the sources of information are basically internal. They are basically what? Internal. And some few words external. And the sources include your financial statement, something to do with financial statement, production plan, or production records, what is that supposed to get it from? What that is the information can you do for tactical? Okay, let's keep it like that. Now, operation and control. Now, talking about operational control, this is information required for what? For day-to-day what? Activities. They are for what? Day-to-day what? Activities. They are actually concerned with setting specific what? Tasks. Setting specific what? Tasks to achieve what? Tasks for daily what? For daily activities. That's what they are concerned with. Setting what? Specific tasks for daily what? Activities. Now, Now, think information required for what? For the daily activities. At the operational level, what we find that is the work are basically what? Routine. So they do the same thing over and what? Over again. It's generally routine. The information requirements include production environment, production what? Planning. How do they what? Plan for what? For each what? Production what? Setup. Also, information requirement also include information that they need. Also looks at what? Delivery and sales. Information concern also concern with resource what point of what resources are they, or let me say resource planning. What quantity of what of the resources are they using by what per period? All these are the what information, the information for. The source of information here is basically what internal, day-to-day what activities, such as the what your job schedule, your production what scheduling, and some other things that concern them. Now, how this information are being sourced, distributed, and what are managed in what organization is what we call what management what information what system. How this information is being sourced, distributed, and controlled with what in that organization we regard as what management what information what system. How information is being sourced, distributed, and what and control is regarded as what management information what system. In a management information system, just following the same hierarchy, there are three types of information system. We have the transaction processing system, we have the management information system also, and we have the enterprise information system. Those are the three types of systems we have in the MIS.
The first one,
Transaction processing system. in a transaction processing system, what we are concerned with is the collection, storage, and retrieval of what? Information. The collection, storage, and what? Retrieval of what? Information in the what? Organization. The information here usually double is what? Transaction. Now, at this point in the management information system, are you with me? What we are concerned here is not really the users of the information. Are you with me? Like unlike here, when we are concerned about what is the use of the word information, what we are concerned in the management system is not really what the users of the word of information, but how the information is being what is being processed, are you with me? And then how it's being what presented. Are you now? So it's not entirely what focused on the word on the user per se. Though the user in some of the systems, especially in the AIS, are you with me, might affect the system. But what happens is that we are basically focusing on how this information that we have, how are they being what processed and how are they being what presented. In the TPS, what we are concerned here is what is what, how do we collect those what several what information, how do we store the word information, and how do we what retrieve the word information. That is why under the TPS we have things like what batch word processing, because when you collect this information to store them is what you want, what you need next. Are you with me? So there are various ways in which you can process information under the word the TPS. One is what batch processing, whereby all the information are collected at what at once, and once they are collected at once, they are then processed in what in group. So it's not as if you collect this and you process. You collect the thing together as what in a particular what batch or what or group, and then you process them what together. Another system under this is what we call the real-time processing. Real-time processing. Real-time what? Processing. What do you mean by real-time processing? Can you tell me? I need your what is real-time?
Unlike in batch processing where you get gather information and process, the real-time the process as information becomes available.
Okay. So is there any difference between real-time and online? Other processing? Huh? The same thing. Now, real-time processing, unlike batch processing, actually you process the information immediately that you collect it. So information are processed on an online basis. Which are what? Processing on what? On an online basis. Now, having said that, in a TPS, you have to be concerned, or there are three things that are concerned in TPS. Number one is the user. The user has what? Information. How does the user affect what? The TPS? Now, the user in the what? In the TPS is concerned about the person that is what? The source of the what? Of the information. The person that will not alter what? The information. So when you think about the user under the what? The TPS system, we are concerned as what? Person that does not that the source or what? The basis for the what? For the data we are input into the what? Into the system. Then we also have what we call what? The participants. The participants are those that input the data into the what? Into the TPS. So the participant must be able to what? Input the correct what? Data into the what? The system. And lastly, we have what? The people in the what? In the environment. Those are the ones that will require what? Information from the what? Transaction or processing what? System. People in the environment. So when you are structuring your TPS, those three things must be what? Considered. They can also be called the properties of the TPS. Because number one, you have to consider the what? The source of the what? Information. The source, which is the user, must be someone that will what? That will give what? Accurate what? Information. Imagine you slotting your ATM card. Are you me? Into the what? Into the system. And it's giving you, your name is James. It is giving you welcome, Joseph. That is what? That is wrong. Or you want to fill, now the problem with that will come from the fact that probably when you are filling your bank entry form, you fill what? Joseph. So which means that you as a user, you are giving what? Wrong what? Information. The participant, which is the what? The customer service what? Officer, has then altered the what? Or altered the what? The wrong what? Information. So what you are getting now as what? The output from the what? From the ATM is based on the what? The people in the environment, which is you are what? You are withdrawing what? You are getting the information. So your ATM comes out giving you what? Your name as what? Joseph. That kind of transaction, that kind of system is what? Is a TPS. And the purpose of this system are meant for what? Handling what? Day-to-day what? Transactions. Your ATM machine, your POS terminal, your computer system. No, the computer system is a system. No. But so part of the computer system are operational. Your customer report, your daily sales what? Reports. Are you me? Your sales tracker. If you are a marketer, you find that once you enter something into your pipeline, in the office that okay, I have a particular person I'm prospecting on. At every point in time when you get to the office, I click it, log into your system, your sales system, to show you what all the things that you have sold. Those are what TPS what system.
So
day-to-day what activities. Now, another system that we have under our information system is what? Management what? Information what? System. Now, the management information system is concerned with generating information for performance measurements and coordination of the various aspects of the business. The management information system is concerned with what? Giving information related to what? Performance what? Measurements. Management information system generates or is concerned with information for performance management and coordination. For performance measurement or management and coordination of the various aspects of the organization or the various systems of the organization. Now, I told you that your sales report per day is a what? Is a TPS, right? Did I say that? But your sales report per region for an entire month, or for an entire year, or for an entire department, or for an entire region, or for an entire product line is not a tactical, it's not a traditional based system. That is the word, is the management information system. What the management information system is concerned with is not concerned with activities that have to do with day to day. Though these day-to-day activities will eventually accumulate into the management information system. But the report you get from the MIS is not for day-to-day decision making, or it's not for day-to-day activities. It's a word that has to do with you monitoring or measuring performance. And being able to coordinate the various aspects of the organization. Your payable report, your debtors report or receivables report is not a TPS. It's It's an MIS. Most of this information on the MIS are structured information. That means information that are specifically defined formats, specifically defined pattern, because they are used for structured decision making. So some part of it may be unstructured, but they are really structured. The information under the MIS are internally focused. They are internally focused, because what we are measuring is as a result of what you are studying from your TPS. So most of the information you are getting is those that are your internal environment. So the focus of your MIS is internal purpose. Another feature of the MIS system is that it is inflexible. Mostly inflexible. It is difficult for you to give me your sales report, your sales report or your debtors receivables report in another format other than what? These are the debtors. You can give it per product line, but eventually the structure still remains what? Intact or what? The same. Unlike some other people where you can decide what? To do it another way. Now, another feature of the management information system is that management information systems are basically analytical. They are basically what? Analytical. They are not report that just gives you. You have to look at them and they give you some form of what? The transaction in the TPS. Are you mean? The information in TPS as the what? Reprocessed. Are you mean? Into something that is more what? More structured. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to what? Analyze them to give it to get what? Valuable what? Information. If you are giving me a receivables report, don't just give me receivables report. Give me receivables report over 30 days, over 60 days, over 90 days, over 180 days, over 360 days. That is when I can actually what? Use the information. If you are giving me sales report, don't just give total sales report. You have to give me sales report either per period line, per what? Per region, per what? Per month, or per what? Per year. That's the thing I can what? Make use of it. So they are basically what? Analytical. Then we add the last system, which is what? Enterprise what? Information what? System. Enterprise what? Information what? System. The enterprise information system derives its data from the what? The management information what? System. It is an information system that supports decision making for what? For top level what? Management. Enterprise information system are information systems that support decision making for what? Top level what? Management. Decision making for top level what? Management. We can also say that enterprise information system is an information system concerned with evaluating information about an entity as a what? As a whole. Information system concerned with evaluating what? Information about what? An entity as a what? As a whole. So it's not just about one particular aspect of the organization, but about what certain organization as well. That you repeat. Evaluating the entire evaluating an entity as a whole unit. Evaluating information about an entity as a whole unit. Evaluating information about an entity as a whole unit. Sorry, I just that it comes. So it's not just a singular aspect of the organization that is concerned here, but it's about what? The entire what? Aspects. And that is why in most organizations today we use what we call ERP systems. What is by ERP? Enterprise Resource Planning System. And most of the enterprise information system is the what? is a connection of the various what computers and communication what systems in the organization. Now, in an ERP system, we have various modules. We have various for what? Various aspects of the organization. If you have seen an ERP system such as a financial ERP system will be such as Sun, Oracle, what again? There's a state ERP, that's the financial, no. State ERP, and that one. All these ERP systems, you don't just have the financial saying, okay, just prepare the accounts. We have what? HR what? Modules inside. The manage what? HR what? Cost. We have what? Procurement what? Modules inside. The manage what? Procurement what? Cost. So the entire aspect of the organization is already what? Embedded into the what? Into one word system. Are you now? So under an EIS, we have to what? Examine what? And we are going to do an EIS. You have to what? Be able to create an ERP what? System. And creating an ERP system means that you have to have what? A data what? Base. You have to have what? A data base. Now, under EIS, you can ask to type your system. We have an open system